Hello, everybody. How you doing? Andy Rosas here, co-founder of The Habit Guys. How you guys doing today? How's everyone doing in the world of the interwebs? What's going on, guys? So who's on here today? Who's here? We got George. Who's MB? KRG Green Max? Wow, what a cool, at AOL. Oh, I haven't seen that in a while. Let's go. Bringing it back. Tyler, Savannah, what up? And then we got YouTube in the house, guys. Today we're gonna talk about calling your friends. What about your friends? Will they be around? Will they let you down? Hey? Guys, so it's all about going with your friends, calling your friends. That's what we're gonna talk about today, guys. So your sphere of influence, guys, such a huge pipeline for you to call, but a lot of you are calling them the wrong way. A lot of you are scared to call them. A lot of you are thinking, hey man, Andy, I don't want to call them because they already know I'm already, like, they already know who I am, whatever it is. And then you find out that your friend ended up listing with another realtor, and you're like, what the heck is going on? Why did my friend go ahead and list with another agent? Like, what did I do? What didn't I do? So we're going to go over some of it today. And then actually next week, we have an actual masterclass that's actually going to cover this into exact details. So I wanted to, start getting you guys into having those conversations with your friend. Are you guys prospecting to your friends? That's what I'd like to know. Savannah, Tyler, George, are you guys contacting your friends, your sphere of influence? Are you having the right conversations? So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to make it happen. Oh, nice stuff. And we're going to go over just like a little bit of some bullet points there, so you guys can see how those conversations should be going. Because, guys, if you sound too friendly calling your friends, they're not going to respect you, and they're going to send business somewhere else. You have to know how to have the right conversations with your friends so you're not too salesy, you're not too friendly, you actually earn their respect. So if you haven't already, guys, download the friend script. If you guys do not have the friend script, go to habitguys.com/free. All right. habitguys.com/free to download the Habit Guys script to contact your sphere. Because there's a big fear of contacting your sphere. You have these limiting beliefs. Anyone here have those limiting beliefs of, nah, man, my friends are going to think I'm salesy. I don't know what they're going to say. They already know I'm in real estate. I'm going to sound like I'm heckling them, or they already know, they already know what it is. So all of those are lies, guys. And just because you post on social media a couple of times and they know you're in real estate, doesn't mean you prospected to them. That doesn't mean you have to have a conversation with them. This is something we teach in Habit University, where it's all about bringing value to those calls, right? To those conversations. And instead of you just asking and needing and pleading. So let's go into the script. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So let me go into this here. All right. By the way, can you guys hear me well? Can everyone hear me? I want to make sure you guys can hear me. All of you guys on YouTube, can you guys hear me? Put in the comment section. I can hear you. I can hear you. Come on, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Let me know in the comment section. Savannah, you can hear me? Yes! All right, good. I want to make sure. Good. So download your script, guys. All right, so we're going to go over that today on calling your sphere. That's a big one. Okay, make sure you guys download it. All right, I see some of you already on that script, so good. We'll get in there. So today's agenda is, guys, and this is not your old, hey, I'm calling to, see if you want to refer me business. I want to just talk to you, bro. Like, hey, man, like, dude, shut up. Don't talk to your friends like that. You have commission breath. Don't do that. Have a normal conversation, but that's structured. Because another one is sounding too cheesy and salesy like that. No, you don't want that. And at the same time, it's being too friendly. So what's up? So yeah, man, like you can send me business, what that, whatever. Like it's okay. So what are you guys doing tonight? All right, cool. All right, yeah. Well, call me if you need me. Boo! Because how are they gonna respect you and treat you like a professional if you don't sound like a professional on the phone? You also have to make sure you have an authentic conversation that has lines to it, right? That has boundaries to it of professionalism, some business. You got to have that nailed down. Okay, guys? So we'll go over that today of the Sphere script. All right. And so and then next week, let me see if the webinar is actually made yet. No, not yet. So next week, I'll let you guys know. Next week, we're gonna have the Sphere training. So we're gonna drop that for you guys next week. It's next Wednesday that we'll get that going and get you guys on that training. But first, let's get into, guys, this market. If you're not contacting for sale by owners, expireds, your Sphere, guys, Sphere, that's where you get the referral business, past clients, friends, people you've done, all that stuff, right? People you were close to doing business with, right? Having those specific conversations where you bring value, all right? Specifically in this market, guys, with all the changes happening, a lot of agents are going to quit the business and be left out. And the agents that stick around this year, if you can make it this year in real estate, you're going to gain so much market share. It's going to be amazing, guys. I'm telling you, this is a pivotal year with these changes and everything happening. You want to stick around, but you're not going to stick around if your skill sets are still the same, if your habits are still the same, if you're still doing the same thing you were doing last year, the year before, you're going to get left behind. Because congratulations, you rode the wave of 2021 and 2022. Congratulations, well done. Anybody could have sold in real estate. Great, cool. Now you have to actually level up on your skill sets, level up on your habits, level up on your professionalism, level up. All right. So that's why we're coming to you every week. I'm giving you guys the knowledge, the insight, so you guys can have an edge. You can get better every day. Let's go. Because the National Association of Realtors says it, 90% of agents quit the business. It's going to be higher this year. What's getting in the way is you should be contacting thousands of people every year, right? That's why we love Red X, right? Because they make prospecting super easy, super, super easy to do, right? But the problem is agents bring their crappy habits over into real estate, or you got into some bad habits, which happens to all of us, guys. I'm one of the habit guys, and there's times I get into bad habits, and that's why I have accountability systems and coaching. I have coaches. I have people who are holding me accountable, because if I were to do whatever I wanted to do all the time, I would be a disaster, 1,000%. Okay, so habits can make you or break you. So you want to make sure you have the right kind. All right, guys. So habit guys, that's what we are, what we do. For those of you that are brand new, my name is Andy. There's my business partner, Mike. We are partners with companies like Red X, NARREP, Women's Council, the Miami Association of Realtors. I also teach at Gold Coast. It's one of the largest licensing schools here in South Florida. We have a best-selling book called Habit House. So if you want to check it out on Amazon, it's Habit House, right? So you can learn to change your habits. So that's what we do. Look us up and check us out, all right? Because once you change your habits, guys, I'm telling you, your life's going to be so much easier. So this episode of Prospecting Adventures, we're going to talk about contacting your sphere, right? Not fearing your sphere, right? So let me go into the script. Let me know if you guys can see my script. Script. All right, you guys see it? You think I see my screen? Oh, by the way, the Habit House book is right there. If you want to pick up a copy, there's the link for it. But do you guys see my screen, by the way? Do you guys see my screen? Awesome. Thank you, Savannah. By the way, Savannah, thank you so much for making this as less awkward as possible. When people don't respond, it gets kind of lame. It does. The struggle's real. So thank you so much. So the sphere script, guys, a couple of things I want to cover here. All right, guys. And what you want to make sure you do is download this script. I can see some of you already on that script already. So the sphere script, okay? It's the basis. So you guys know, right? We teach the basis here at Habit Guys. You want to get the first base, second base, third base home. You want to always think about your prospecting calls of how how far around the bases can I go? First base. A lot of you stop on first base and get shut down and you don't go to second. Okay. And then you have to learn that muscle. How do you get from first to second to third to home? Because even if you get told no on first base, second base, third base, home, and you get told no, it feels great knowing you did everything from a skill set for that conversation to work out and it didn't, and it's okay. And you can let that conversation go. It's awesome. There's no better feeling than knowing I did everything I could. That person was just not interested, and it's okay. As opposed to, I wonder how that call went. Was it something I said? Oh no. Let me try something else. And then you try something else, and then it works, it doesn't work, and then you're constantly trying, downloading new scripts, and then you're going around in circles, and then you're driving yourself nuts because you have no scalable, repeatable process at all. And to be able to scale your business in real estate, you want to be able to have a repeatable script that you can get in and out of and say over and over and over again. Because if you have a consistent structure to your conversations, you can start to have predictable income on the back end and know, okay, I'm getting more appointments, I'm getting more closings, I'm getting more friends, and you start filling that up as opposed to having random results. Okay. So what you have here, guys, is on the screen. And if you guys haven't downloaded it, go to habitguys.com/free. And we're taking a look at the sphere script. Okay. The sphere script. So on deck, what is this? So what you want to do is you want to reference the last thing. So when you're about to call somebody, before you call them, okay, we call this on deck for a reason, because before you go on base, you want to reference the last thing you remember about the contact, okay? You want to mentally start thinking about how you know them and what reminds you of them, okay? Start thinking about something. It could be something like a football team they love. They're in your fantasy football league. You used to work with them, right? A funny joke you guys used to love, an inside joke. It could be like me. I used to work at Pepperidge Farm, so you know. Okay, Pepperidge Farm is the goldfish company. I used to work in the bread division, so I was a district manager down here in South Florida. So maybe I'm calling people that I used to work with at Pepperidge Farm, and I can say, "Hey man, what's up? It's Andy. I saw a bread truck the other day, and it reminded me of our days working together." Right? Like, yo, what's up? Crazy, right? We used to work in the bread. Oh my gosh, it's crazy, man. So how you doing, bro? How's the family? How you doing? Right? Guys, so you look, um, that's the kind of segue you want to go into things. Because you want to keep this authentic, right? You want to be able to personalize the call at the beginning and just be like, hey man, what's up? Man, remember when we used to play basketball back in the day or whatever? I was thinking about you. You know, my knees are sore, dude. I was thinking about the days we used to play soccer without knee problems. What's up, man? How you doing? I'm doing good, man. And then you go right into first base of how's the family? How are you doing? Right? Very simple to do there. All right. Now, if you notice that they can't speak to you, this is the time you should reschedule them. So reschedule them. And then just put them in your follow system to call them later. All right. And then what you want to do is you want to be able to have a time block in your week that's designed for your sphere follow up. As to like, hey, listen, are you available on Tuesday or Thursday at 5 o'clock? Because you want to have specific times that you follow up with people, not just randomly. You want to have slots as to when you can do certain calls. Okay. Because on my calendar, I have certain times and certain hours that I do sales calls. That's it. Anything outside of that, before that, I can do different kind of calls. Anything after that, I can do different kind of calls. So you want to theme out the calls instead of just randomly putting calls throughout your calendar, right? Be consistent with that. All right. Now, the second base, what you want to do is, I want to see if anyone has questions. Anyone has questions? By the way, if you guys have questions throughout this process, just make sure you guys just shoot a question in the comment section. Okay. I see it on Facebook. Some of you here. Free. Boom. There you go. All right. I want to make sure I'm getting to all your questions. Good. So second base. Second base. Now, guys, you're asking them, you thought about something about them. You're asking them how the family's doing. Hey, how's the family, man? How you doing? Doing good. But pay attention to see if they can actually have that conversation, because maybe they can't have that conversation. That's fine. So second base is, 9 out of 10 times they will ask you how you're doing, right? For work. They're always gonna ask you, well, how are you doing, man? Andy, how are you doing? Yeah, they'll tell you, hey man, my family's doing good, bro. I switched careers. I'm in real estate, I'm in sales, let's say, or I'm in insurance, they'll tell you. Oh, awesome, man, that's cool. Just ask them. Be curious about what they're doing. Awesome, right? And I won't get into the weeds about this. I just kind of want to give you more of the high framework of this. And then second base will be, how's work going? They're going to ask you how work is going by reciprocity. They'll ask you 9 out of 10 times. They're going to ask you. And at this point, they should be asking you how you're doing. And it's a great time to talk about what you're doing and be specific as to what you're doing. Yeah, things are busy over here. Prepping for 3 open houses, right? Man, I got a listing presentation tomorrow, bro. And super pumped up about what I'm doing. I'm working with a company called EXP. Yeah, I love it out here. Got a team. I'm coaching real estate agents. Whatever it is that you do, guys, you want to be specific as possible so you can kind of bring them into the story. Don't just be like, yeah, well, I'm in real estate. Cool. No. Just be like, hey, man, be specific as to what you're doing. Yeah, man, things are busy. I'm doing great. Staying busy out here with this market and real estate. Actually, I have 2 open houses next week, which I'm getting ready for. So doing that and sending out some flyers about what's going on, man. So it's just going nuts, man. In a good way, right? Just to kind of keep that conversation open. So if they do ask you a question, you're don't just keep it general, like, okay, I'm in real estate. Okay, that's fine. Give them more to actually look at so they can ask you a question. All right. So as you're going through that second base, third base, guys, this is the business question. Here we go. Okay, guys. So check this out. And do not outsmart the script, guys. Don't just ask for a referral directly. It gives people pressure. It puts them on guard. Definitely try to be as close to this as possible, guys. All right, so check this out. All right. So you don't want to ask directly for the referral. It puts a wall up. Remember that. So you're going to ask her, hey, man, question. If a friend or neighbor was thinking of buying or selling, okay, who would you suggest they chat with first? Super cool, indirect way of getting to the same end result, but we're doing it differently. We're breaking patterns here. We're saying it differently. Who would hey man, if someone were to buy or sell, if our neighbor were to buy or sell, who would you suggest they chat with first? It's a simple question, but this shifts the gear from friend zone to business conversation with the friend. And by the way, it's normal to feel uncomfortable here. Guys, third base is super critical. Third base is why your friends, because does anyone here struggle with people love you, but they don't send you business, right? They know about you, but they don't send you business. And you're like, man, why is that, right? Because remember, if you don't sound like somebody that can help them negotiate prices or is going to represent them in the most important transaction of their life of real estate, then they'll love you, but they'll always look at you as, oh, that's just my friend, Andy. He's a funny guy. He's always got jokes. That's cool. But this is why, and by the way, if you're uncomfortable, that's good because you're always used to talking to your friends in your sphere, right? Especially your friends. Your sphere, past clients, and all that kind of stuff, it'll be easier for you to talk to them with this here question. But guys, there's a lot of people that that used to work with, a lot of level 2 and 3 people that you haven't spoken to in a while that you can definitely get with this third base. And it's a question that shifts the gears from laughing, friendly, cool, and be like, hey man, question, listen, if a friend or a neighbor was thinking of buying or selling, who would you suggest that you chat with? Who would you suggest that they chat with first, man? Question for you. And then you'd be like, if they say your name, and by the way, here's the chart, right? If they say your name, Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Right. And then you'll follow up with this person every quarter. And you're, great. Right. Oh, awesome, man. That's awesome. That's great. And then obviously there's a whole system to that, which we'll cover in next week's training as to how to follow up, what to say, and all that. So we'll cover that next week. Now, the next the next parts, okay, the next sections are really critical here. All right. So actually, I'm gonna put this in. What is this? You cover, you cover this border background color. There you go. Right? If they say your name, that's awesome. All right. You're good to go. Now, if they don't say your name, it's important for these next two answers, guys. You have to sound happy. And I put it in yellow. I put it with emojis because, guys, if someone is going to say no to you, and we say this in all of our scripts, you have to sound happy, especially with your sphere, especially with your friends, because if not, it'll get awkward and you'll sound lame, you'll sound deflated, and that's not what you want on the phone. If you truly want to, and by the way, this question, like I'm gonna put here in the notes, truly sound curious. Like truly sound curious. All right. Sound curious. Truly sound curious. Like, hey man, like question out of curiosity. If a friend or neighbor was thinking of buying or selling, who would you suggest they chat with first? By the way, you're truly, because you're indirectly putting them on the spot. Good. Answer my damn question. How about that? How about them apples? Right? And they'll say your name, like I said, you're fine. But if they don't say your name, you go, man, great, right? Good feedback for you to learn. Be curious. And I'll put here again, sound excited. I'm going to put this in the notes as well, guys. So you guys, when you download these scripts, you get my notes in there too. Okay, guys, and always check these scripts like every month or two. Check these scripts because we're always updating it with just fine tuning little things as we just, we constantly battle test these conversion rates and all that. So we'll do the heavy lifting for you on what works. All right. So, and then if they don't say your name, be like, oh my gosh, great. Oh, Johnny, great. Awesome. Where did you guys meet? That's so cool. Or like, I'm curious, like what makes them your go-to, man? I just want to see what Johnny has, dude, just to make sure I step up my game. So, that's the way I would treat it. Because that's the way I talk. Because this is good feedback for you to learn what they do so well and you gain insight. That's the way I would frame it, man. Oh, Johnny? Oh, dude, that's so cool. Like, how'd you guys meet? Is he a family member? And what makes him so good, man? Because I want to make sure I step up my game. And just because I'm not your go-to, it's cool. It's not, dude, trust me, not a big deal at all. I'm here to learn and gain market insight. Guys, when you start talking like that, it's amazing how that conversation now is like more like, oh, okay. And Andy's cool with it. It's not awkward. It's not weird, whatever it is. So make sure you guys sound excited and you sound curious. Sound excited. I'm going to put here, sound excited and curious. Right? So sound excited and curious. Good feedback for you to learn about what you do. And it's good insight. If they're like, no, man, that guy's marketing is off the chain. Bro, this guy, Johnny, he crushes it, man. And this is good because based on their answer, you can truly learn, man, I need to step up my game here. Or I need to put visibility on that because people care about marketing or people care about that this guy posts a lot more on social media or, man, that this guy does whatever it is that you'll learn. It could be character about his character. Man, no, man, this guy, he's just been with us for so long, and he's comes checks in on us a lot, and he's just a family friend, and he's doing awesome, and we love him, or whatever. You'll get to learn more and just be curious and go awesome. Okay, so you're genuinely being curious. That's why you're calling people, and then if they don't mention anybody, ask them what it would take for you to be their go-to. Okay, so I'll put here you to be their go-to agent. All right, simply ask them what it would take for you to be their go-to agent. And I'll put the spacing. Do I want to put spacing here? No, that's fine. So that's what you want to do. Okay, ask them. Hey, oh, so no, I don't really have anybody. Okay, cool, man. Well, listen, I would love to be your go-to. Like, what would that take, man, for me to be your go-to agent, bro? Oh no, like no, man, you can be it. Or no, if just send me some market reports, or maybe check in with me in a couple of months, or whatever they want to say. That's fine. Okay, so you're asking questions here. Third base, being curious. You want to find this. This takes away from. This is like getting away from the friend zone. Okay, and then home. Once you're done with that, you take it home with, which is great. This is the vendor, the value add. This leaves a call trying to give them something. So you insert a vendor that fills a gap that you know exists in your world. I would say in your city, or or in others that exist. Does that make sense? Insert a vendor that fills a gap that you know exists in your city. Yeah, in your city. I'll just put that in your city. And this is great because now you're going to start to pick up ideas from them as to, hey, man, do you know a good vendor by any chance? Hey, one more question before I let you go. Do you know a good landscaper? Do you know a good plumber? Um, do you know anyone that you would recommend? Do you need help with anything? Is there a project you're working on? So, do you know a vendor by any chance? Hey, man, that's the thing. You can start, guys. These calls, I like to consider them like data collection to see who their preferred vendor would be. I mean, to who their go-to agent is, right? I want to connect with them, see who their go-to agent is, and also get market data to see if they know a good handyman, plumber, vendor, contractor, tile person, plumber, whatever, moving company. This is how you start to build your vendor list. This is how you start to see, oh, you know a good plumber? Like, are they an amazing plumber? 5 out of 5 stars? Like, awesome. Oh, wow. Really? Who are they? Do you mind if I get their information? Because I'm looking, dude, I got people looking for handyman, and send me their information. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Or do you know a good landscaper? Because you had a conversation yesterday with somebody, and then all of a sudden you're thinking, man, I need a good contractor, a good plumber. So actually, I need a plumber now because unfortunately my plumber passed away. So, excuse me. So I would be contacting people in my sphere and asking them if they have a good plumber, because that's a need that I have in my market, and something that we need to recommend, and you're adding value for that. Okay. And then you ask them, hey, well, do you need help with anything? Like, is there a project that you're working on, something that you're doing that I can recommend? Get someone for you. So you have that nailed down. Okay. So you're giving value there, which is a pretty good value add all there. All right. So you're good there. So that those are the bases that I want to kind of give you guys high level. Next week, we're going to go over into more detail in our masterclass about how to nail this down, be more specific, and make it happen. Okay, with your sphere, because guys, to have a true referral business, you guys have to really be really good at talking with your sphere and adding value to your sphere. Okay, and as you can see here, your home. This is adding value, right? You're adding value here. All right. So guys, be on the lookout. You guys are getting our emails. Be on the lookout in the next couple of days for the masterclass of getting over the fear of your sphere, because so many agents fear the sphere, but that's where the referral business is. That's where the gold is. Okay. Be on the lookout for that. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys are joining our Facebook group. Thanks for coming in for another Prospecting Adventures. I dropped the Facebook group there link. If you guys want to join our group, make sure you guys do that as well. And that's it, guys. You guys are awesome. I love you all. Take care and have a good one.